Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is Refuge from Narcissism, and this refugee video has no sponsor to it. So, I had mentioned yesterday about this YouTube channel I came across, which is a live stream, I guess, of a Texas paternity court that somehow this judge has turned into a YouTube channel. I said yesterday I wasn't sure if these are real or not, but I've done some look and it appears to be they're pretty real. So I got a lot of child support cases out of Texas, and this is just something I think they're allowing. Now, what I'm about to show you here is about 20 minutes. I already watched it. It was infuriating. It was funny, and we'll just wait till the end, and do you mind? Do you mind? Do you mind? Do you mind? I'm not ready for you right now. You're being a jerk. Thank you. So we're going to go through, I don't know what his deal is. We're going to go through, Staley, I can't do this with you right now. Thank you. All right, so we're going to go through it. And remember when I said there's never any feminists. There's never any feminists in family or divorce court. And just keep that in mind.
To be is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1067, Harper case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mrs. Harper, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, basically, I am leaving Mr. Harper because I have reason to believe that he's been involved with other women, and we have 2 children. We've only been married 2 years.
Okay.
And I'm devastated.
2 years. 2 years married to this. 2 years married to this. Strap in, kids. Strap in.
All right. How old are your children?
They are 2 and 6 months.
Oh, you have little babies.
Babies, 2 and 6 months.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
All right. So you said you have reason to believe. What do you mean by that?
Well, we're in the pool business. My husband, soon to be ex-husband, is in the pool business, and
It's his business.
He's going out to these pools after they're finished. I mean, these women are in their bikinis. They're laying out.
People in a bikini at a pool? That's crazy. You install a pool, sometimes you got to go back and do things.
Now, why does he need to be over there? He's saying that he's just servicing. I don't know what he's servicing.
Servicing the pool after hours?
That's a good question. So, yeah, I mean, I looked at his phone one day. I mean, it was just because I needed to check on something because
Sure
I'm
it
in the
was.
business too. I'm the secretary.
Okay.
And there's these women, these customers that are texting him. And, I mean, it was, I can't even repeat what some of these texts
The customers that are in the swimsuit.
Well, why wouldn't you repeat it? Why wouldn't you repeat it? If you can't repeat it, why wouldn't you repeat it? This is court. You think this is going to make your case. Why wouldn't you repeat it?
So they're the women of these pools that have been put in, and they're texting him long after the pools have been put in.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what are you seeking here today?
Well, basically, I just can't bring my children up in this kind of situation. And I basically want to leave with the children And, you know, he makes a lot of money. Our business makes a lot of money. But when I
His
leave,
business
I'm
makes
not
a lot
gonna
of
have
money.
that. So I need to keep the lifestyle that my children and I have had. They go to private school, and we have a nanny. And so I need to continue that.
Oh my God. Yeah, my a nanny, you know, I'm married to this guy for 2 years. So I need to get paid. Okay. No. I know about the patriarchy and women and, you know, equal this and equal that, but give me his money. Give me his money and the nanny.
So that their lives aren't disturbed. And we live in a house, $500,000, and I need to maintain something similar so that it's not.
I need another since our house now is $500,000. I need a $500,000 house. I need a $500,000 house of my own. And the reason why she's not going to get, I think, the house that he's in now is because he owned that. I assume he probably owned that house before he ever met her. So she has no attachment to it. I don't know in Texas if they could have forced him out, even though, I don't know, maybe they could have.
Not a big adjustment for any of us.
Okay, let me ask you a couple of questions. Private school.
So she wants a divorce. She's the one who wants the divorce, but she wants a divorce with no adjustment for anybody, with no adjustment whatsoever.
Do you all pay tuition for that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. How much is it? If you were to break it down monthly, because I know tuition sometimes isn't a monthly thing.
It's about $1,800 a month.
$1,800. What kind of private school is it?
It's a good private school.
Oh my gosh. They teaching the baby how to drive?
For a 6-month-old and a 2-year-old. Private school and a nanny. For a 6-month-old and a 2-year-old for someone who's working as a secretary, a Mercy secretary job at his pool business. Are you kidding me? Because that's what she's accustomed to.
Well, the baby's not there yet, but...
Oh, the baby's not there.
The 2-year-old, right?
Well...
That's still a baby for $1,800.
It's a tuitional... I mean, it's a... You grow with the school, so...
And it seems like he's into it, too. So, like, he doesn't have a problem with sending the kid. I would have a problem, though, if this is what I'm married to for 2 years. Okay? $1,800. It probably was just easier to let her work. Who knows? It gets good.
Does the tuition payment grow too?
No.
Oh, okay. So it stays at $1,800.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once they're accepted, they're accepted.
Okay, I follow you now. So if we were to break that down monthly, that's about $150 a month. What about the nanny? How much does she cost monthly?
I mean, he pays most of the bills.
Of course he does.
So he can probably answer that better.
Okay.
She don't even know what you need. She don't even know, but she's asking for it.
Have you already started looking at other homes, other apartments, or anything like that?
Yeah. You know, there's a couple other homes in the neighborhood that I'd really like to move into. I think that would be the least disruptive to me and to the kids.
Okay.
So, yeah. And
would you be renting out those homes?
Basically, I would like to buy one.
Okay.
He's got to buy her a home. He wants him to buy her a home. Buy her. The house they're in now is $500,000. That's not that much anymore. That really isn't. I mean, it's expensive, but it ain't all that. It ain't what $500,000, $500,000 for a house used to be.
So that we can maintain the same lifestyle that we've had.
I want the divorce, and I have to maintain the same lifestyle. For the kids. It's really for the kids, not for me. It's for the children. The 2 children that was 2 and 6 months old, they don't even know what kind of lifestyle they have thus far. 2 and 6 months old, they don't know what they're like, but it has to be maintained.
Okay. If you were to buy a home, the homes that you were looking at, what are you looking at on mortgage?
About $3,000 a month.
Okay.
But again, I mean, I would think he would need to pay the majority of that.
Okay. So
Of course
you want
he
him
would.
to buy you a home? You and the children at home.
I mean, I would call it spousal support.
Okay.
Of course you would.
All right. What about any other bills that you would potentially have to pay?
So, I think he should keep paying for the nanny and the private school.
And the nanny.
And, I have been only working part-time. And of course, I would not want to keep working in the business with him and these customers who are still coming around. So I would have to find a job, and that could take a really long time. So I would think he should pay everything until I find something where I can work part-time.
Okay. All right.
Part-time. She still wants to work part-time. She wants a divorce, still wants to work part-time, have her nanny, and have him pay for everything. Because she doesn't want it, because she's going to have to quit the job because she's working with him now. I don't know if he never said that, and we'll see that he never does. Okay? He's got to pay for all this, and she wants the divorce. Because he's that guy who you saw, and we'll see him several more times, is out banging all these chicks in swimsuits next to the pool. That guy.
Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
Well, just don't believe his excuses about these women. That's all I can say.
Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Harper?
Well, there's no excuses about any of the women. I had developed this business long before we got married.
Okay.
And we've been married a couple of years. And I've worked hard to get this business to where it is. I've got a great staff. I've got a great team of crews out there working. And one of the things that I do is I go out and I make sure the work's quality work, so I can put my name on it. Do I take care of my clients after we've put in a pool? Absolutely.
Well, your definition of taking care, is it what she's thinking?
No.
Okay.
It's I maintain contact with my clients, and they contact me if there's an issue, if they've got questions.
He maintains contact.
And I go out and I see those clients, because that tends to give me more referral business. And I'm not having to spend as much on marketing and advertising as I would if I didn't have that referral business.
Okay.
And I'll tell you this first, because, if you remember, Charlene worked for that pool service for a couple months. And this is exactly how pool customers are. They're calling all day, all night, okay, for service on their pool, for questions on their pool. Their filter isn't working. They think they got a leak. The chemicals don't taste right. It's burning my eyes. So that's shit the owner always has to deal with. And a good owner is going to follow up, because he's right. It's referral business. It's word of mouth. You want a good reputation, okay? Because like in Florida, and I'm sure Texas, okay, and they're in South Texas, okay, it's a year-round industry. Pool cleaning. Pool companies are a dime a dozen. So it works if you're somebody who's accessible.
I want to make sure I keep in contact with all those clients.
Why are these women saying that, come over, I'm going to be laying out?
They tell me.
Because, come over, there's an issue. I'm here, I'm laying out by the pool. Pool man. That's why, you clown. I'm laying out, come fuck me. Like, come on. It's the pool. This guy is getting calls from numerous women to go lay some dick down. Not that he's an older guy. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I mean, he's not ugly, but this guy isn't laying him down. This is the type of guy, if he has a girlfriend, it's like a side girlfriend that he's paying and taking out. This guy isn't running around for booty calls. This guy's paying if he's a sugar daddy if he has a girlfriend. These women are not calling him for booty calls. And I'm not saying that, to tear this guy down. He seems like a nice guy, but I mean, reality is reality. Come over. I'm laying out by the pool. Come over. Yeah. Well, if you're having a problem with the pool, okay, and you haven't been able to get a time, like, hey, I'm out here now, come on over. Perfect.
tell me whatever they want to tell me. It has nothing to do with.
So you go join them while they're laying out?
Well, I mean, if they're out by their pool, they're out by the pool. That has nothing to do with my business.
Do you join them in the pool?
No.
Okay.
I saw a picture. One of those texts had a picture of you in the pool.
I don't.
What were you doing in the pool? You were checking the depth?
I don't remember ever seeing that picture. So now I will say this: she has imagined a lot of stuff that goes on.
Could be in the pool just fixing something as well. Like, why would they send him pictures of him in the pool unless they're showing him something probably wrong with the pool? He's saying, like, I don't even remember seeing that picture. And what's going on here is this woman accuses him of so much shit. He doesn't even know what he's been accused of anymore because she's out of her freaking mind. She's an entitled, spoiled little brat, and she's out of her freaking mind.
She has a good imagination.
Very good.
Oh,
and
okay.
she does work part-time as the secretary, but her primary job is to take care of the kids.
Okay, so you'll agree with everything she said about taking care of the kids and everything like that.
And she does a fairly good job when she's there.
Oh, what does that mean?
Primarily, the nanny does all the work for taking care of the kids.
Speaking of the nanny, how much
Yeah.
do you pay her?
She didn't like that.
We're actually paying her probably a little less than what we deserve, but it's probably about $1,200 a month.
Okay.
$1,800 already for private school. $1,200 a month for a nanny. She's working part-time. You got to buy me a house.
And
so you make pretty good money. How much money do you make in this pool business?
Well, I've been averaging about $280 a year.
But
So
it could be higher
it could be.
or could be lower.
It depends on the market.
Okay.
$280,000. It's good. You know, he's not a millionaire. Not a millionaire. That's for sure. Lives okay.
He's not even being truthful about that. He makes over 300.
He makes over 300? Okay. Is that true, Mr. Harper?
No, that's not true.
So where did she get that from?
Well, I mean, it's her lifestyle. I mean, she likes going out and with her girlfriends and having her lunches and having her, her spa days and
Therapy sessions.
I pay
You
for.
call your spa days therapy sessions?
No, I'm going to therapy because of what he's putting me through.
And who's paying for that?
You sure it's not what your imagination is putting you through?
I imagine
because he said you are imagining all of this.
I imagine he was a good guy too a couple of years ago when I said I do. So yeah, only in that do I have a good imagination.
Oh, okay.
That's
so not
convenient.
only do I maintain the house and maintain the bills and take care of all that, I also have the kids on my insurance, her on my insurance.
How much is the insurance for just the children?
$309.
$309. Okay.
Yeah, and that's important to me. I want the kids to be safe. I want the kids to be brought up in a good, wholesome environment.
Wholesome.
And she,
You're not
she
even
gives
home
everything
at
off to the
night.
nanny.
Ma'am, let him speak. I gave you an opportunity to speak. He did not interrupt you while you were speaking. I promise I will get back to you. Continue, Mr. Harper.
She doesn't. She pretty much hands everything off to the nanny, and requires the nanny to take care of all that. She's got a pretty cozy lifestyle. We've got a nice house. I'd like to keep the kids, with me.
No.
And make sure they're taken care of because she's too busy taking care of herself.
All right. But your
And
work schedule, would that permit you to have the children on a
it would
full-time
be
basis?
difficult, but I would see it made sure it happened.
So wouldn't it be in the best interest of the children for them to just stay with mom like they've always been doing?
Well, if mom would stay with them, yeah, I would agree with that. But it's like I said, it's primarily the nanny.
But you're paying for the nanny, so it would be the same difference if you were to have them. Well, no, they would be with the nanny more if they were with you.
Possibly.
So you could potentially be paying the nanny more if the children were with you. Yeah, I don't think that's good for them. Miss.
I mean, I don't this is the one thing that I think the judge had discretion on, because understand something, this stuff is cookie cutter. That's the law. She has to follow a chart and all. I think she had some discretion on this. Okay. Where, because the mother's disinterested. The mother's only interested in her own life. She's using the kids to get money for herself. Okay. So if the mother's going to get the nanny, okay, with that type of attitude, and the father wants the children, okay, because he's going to be the better parent, though he's going to be there less, I think he should be the one. I think he should have been the one who has the kid, because the argument she's making is, well, then should they be with the nanny more with you, which doesn't really make any sense. Well, I mean, I could see her art logic if the mother was working or if the mother was trying to be a stay-at-home mom, but she's not. She's not.
Harper, I have a couple of questions for you. What is your educational background, if any?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very proud to say that I got my GED.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
A GED. This a GED. A GED gets you this. Damn it. Hold on. Can I pause this? Yeah. All right. Is this thing still recording? Yeah. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. Got thrown off. So let's pick up with this. Sorry about that.
It's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Oh, the GED. The GED. So this woman has achieved all of a GED, which is fine. But the entitlement from this woman, what kind of a job is she going to get with just a GED at her age that is going to, because remember, she's like, I just need him to pay the mortgage until I need the support until I get a job because I can't work there. What job is she going to get that she's going to be able to cover a $3,000 a month mortgage, the nanny, and who knows what else?
Okay. All right. And you were going to say something else when I asked you not to interrupt him.
Oh, well, I mean, so he's saying he wants them to have a wholesome lifestyle. Like, give me a break. What's wholesome about going to these women's houses, when he could be at home at night? So it's not always during the day. He's not home a lot
I'm
at
not
night.
at women's houses every night or anything like that.
But some nights, huh?
No, not even some nights. Occasionally it happens. And their family is there as well.
So your customers call you at night for pool maintenance?
No, they'll call me at night.
Is that what you're telling me here today?
No, they'll call me at night to ask me questions about referrals, about maintaining the pool, things like that.
At night?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. 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 They don't care. You spend that kind of money to have, because he's installing pools. You spend that kind of money, these people think they own you for life. They'll call you. And if you make yourself available, they'll call you. Zero fucks given. Even though people work all day, it might be the only time they have to call. And he's going to explain it's not coming in at midnight,
Usually when I go over at night, their families are there too.
How late are we talking at night?
Oh, 9 o'clock.
Okay. That's not.
And understand, in the summer, it's still light out until that time. So it's not like he's going over there doing something in the pitch black. It's after normal hours, like 5, 6 o'clock. Okay. But it's still sunlight out. It's not 2 a.m. He's heading over there.
Not too late.
It makes no sense. I mean, wholesome
Well, I agree
family.
with that. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, a wholesome family. I mean, we would have dinner together. We would be at home. We'd be reading to the kids, playing with the kids, putting them to bed.
Should have fixed dinner, but yeah.
Ooh, so you don't cook?
Well, I mean, we have somebody for that.
Oh, so you all have a chef too.
Well, we usually have food brought in,
She don't even cook. She don't cook. She don't clean. She don't even take care of her hair. She don't do jack shit. She don't do jack shit. Maybe the judge doesn't understand why he's going over there at 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, but I do. Okay, it's not out of the question for the owner of a company to give special service to people once they've had their pool installed. If something goes wrong, there's a crack, if there's a break, if the chemicals, it happens. And she never even said, he's like 8, 9 o'clock the latest. She didn't say, no, it's later than that. You never come home. No. He said the families are there. If he's going over there at night, these houses with pools, more than likely there's families there. Very few single women, well, other than divorcees, I guess, live in a house alone with a pool. But even then, those divorcees usually have, if it's a divorcee living off their ex-husband's money, usually there's another guy there.
Either I come home with dinner or pick something up, but yeah, kitchen, no, that's for snacks.
Oh, okay.
And she nodded. The kitchen, that's for snacks. And she just watch her head. It's very slight, but watch when he says it.
For that.
Oh, so you all have a chef too?
Well, we usually have food brought in, either I come home with dinner or pick something up, but yeah, kitchen, no, that's for snacks.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
see it?
Well, this is what I am going to do. I definitely think that your wife has grounds. She's eligible to receive some sort of spousal maintenance, especially if she no longer wishes to remain in the home with you. Had she wished to remain in the home, this would probably be a different type of situation. She may still be entitled to some spousal maintenance, just probably not as much. So what I'm going to do is to order you pay spousal maintenance to your wife. And it's not going to be anything that's, forever, ma'am. I just want you to understand that it would definitely be a temporary situation, at least to get you on your feet so you can look for a job, find suitable living arrangements for the children and everything like that. So first, let's start with child support. You said your yearly income is about $200.
Now, this is where it all just becomes a calculation. And that's the problem. The way the laws are written, she doesn't have any other choice. And the way the laws are written, if she wants a divorce and she wants to take the kids, and she's allowed to do all this. And now he's got to pay. Hold on to your hats.
$280,000 a year. So that would put you, even if it's at $300,000, ma'am, in Texas, he caps. So his gross would be based on $12,325.35, which would make his net resources $9,200. Now, sir, are these the only 2 children you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So $9,200.
Supposedly.
So $9,200 a month is what he basically clears, is what all this is going to be based off of.
Well, that has nothing to do with me. We can review that at a later date, but as of today, that has nothing to do with me. So, that has nothing, $35, which would make his net resources $9,200. Now, sir, are these the only 2 children you have?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So $9,200.
Supposedly.
Well, that has nothing to do with.
Suppose now she's accusing him of that guy. He has some other children somewhere. See, one of her friends, one of her lunch friends, put this into her GED mind. Okay, and don't take offense if you only have a GED. Okay, look at the entitlement on this woman. Look at it. Based on what was she doing up until the 2 years before they got married? What did she accomplish in her life until she met him? And what did she do? What did she do other than have 2 kids to better his life, to better his business? What did she do? What did she bring to the marriage? What? This hotness? Really? All that money, nanny, you couldn't get a keratin treatment for your hair? Jesus.
Me, we can review that at a later date, but as of today, that has nothing to do with me. So when we look at your income, that brings your net resources to about $8,891. You have 2 children. So if we multiply that by 25%, that brings your child support amount to $2,222.75. Now, your wife testified, and you really didn't disagree with her, that you testified about the nanny costing $1,200 a month. I'm going to order that you keep paying that. The private school is $1,800 a month. I'm going to order that you keep paying that. Wife also testified that the mortgage potentially for the next home will be about $3,000. I'm not going to order him to pay all of that. I'm not going to order him to pay all of that.
You're not going to, the nerve.
That because, ma'am, you will be working and you should be able to maintain something. I'm not going to have him just 100% take care of you. Spousal maintenance is to assist. It's not to help you, just live off of him for a long time. So spousal maintenance is going to be in the amount of $4,500. I gave you a credit for that $309 with the health insurance. So that brings your monthly obligation for child support and spousal maintenance to $6,800 a month, which I believe is pretty fair. I mean, you've been maintaining.
Pretty fair. I mean, if it wasn't for the $4,500 on top of the spousal maintenance, which she said is temporary, but if she doesn't get a job, who knows how long they'll let her stay on it. He only grosses about $9,000. So what does that leave him? What does that leave? I understand he was already paying all this, but they're basically taking half his money. $4,500 just in spousal maintenance so she can go get a house with a $3,000 mortgage. And where the fuck is the down payment coming from, I would ask, on that house? Who's responsible for that?
Maintaining the nanny, you've been maintaining the private school. Nothing should change when it comes to the children. But as far as you're concerned, I do believe that part of that responsibility should be yours in terms of paying the mortgage. And I just want to reiterate, this is only temporary. So you start working, you make decent living. The children, for whatever reason, are no longer in private school, or the nanny is for whatever reason removed. He can come back and petition the court and ask for something different. And there's a high likelihood his payment of spousal support to you may be removed. So I just want to make sure I'm clear about that.
So what if it takes me a year to get a job?
Well,
Probably take her longer than that.
I hope it wouldn't take you years, ma'am. At that point, you're just being spoiled, must I say. It should not take you years to find a job. If it takes you years to find a job, that means you are intentionally not actively looking for a job. And if he comes back in here, and that is the case, I will surely make sure that he stops paying you spousal maintenance. Okay? Is there anything further?
No.
So she ain't happy. So she told her, and this guy, because I've watched a lot of these videos on her channel, she will, if she doesn't get a job, pull that money. She will. What's unfair is she's getting $4,500 basically in alimony, $2,200 in child support, plus $1,200 extra for a nanny, and another $1,800 for the 2-year-old school tuition. With a GED, 2 years married. What happened to the strong, independent, I'm every fucking woman? Like I said, there are no feminists in divorce or family court. They don't exist. And it's not the judge's fault, really. It really isn't, because this is how the family court laws are written. She's following a chart. She really doesn't have much discretion. The nanny, I think she kind of fucked him on. I would not. Because if you don't have a job, what do you need the nanny for right now? Can't we just hire a babysitter while you go look for a job? You need the $1,200. You need the nanny full time. Because you're not going to be working now. Now you're not going to be working part time. So what do you need the nanny for? It's insane. And this guy's making $300K a year. What do you do when you're making 50, 40? They don't care. They don't care. They decimate you.
Have any other questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi guys, it's me, Judge Vonda B. I wanted to go over what you all witnessed in the Harper case. Well, here we are again with spousal support cases. Remember, I told you before we can even get to the factors of how someone would qualify for spousal maintenance, we first have to make sure that they're eligible. So in this particular case, you heard wife in this case, she testified that she worked part-time for her husband's pool business. She also is maintaining the household for the majority of the other time. She testified to them having...
See, I don't know what she's fucking maintaining, though. That's the problem. That's what I was saying. Like, you're not really maintaining anything, the nanny is. You're not maintaining anything.
A nanny to watch the children attending, well, at least one child attending private school, and she no longer wanted to reside in the home with husband, which would mean that she needed some assistance in getting her another home.
But at $3,000, she has to have a $3,000 home because that's what's comparable. She has to be put in the life she's accustomed to for the last 2 years with her GED ass. What was she doing up until 2 years before she married this guy?
Fair, right? Well, you also heard that husband makes about $280,000 a year, potentially could be more depending on the market. Well, when you're looking at spousal maintenance, we determined that wife would actually be eligible because what else did she testify to? She said that she received her GED. So she technically, based on the facts in this case, wouldn't even have the means to suit her minimal needs. Therefore, she's definitely eligible.
So because she only has a GED, she gets more because she'll never be able to maintain not what she earned, what she married. This isn't a business that they built together. She didn't find him. He was some loser. She cleaned him up, got him, and now he says, no, it's his fucking business. She maintained this for 2 goddamn years, but she has no discretion over that.
For spousal support. So when there is a case that involves children, on top of spousal support, you also have child support. We calculated what husband's child support amount should be. We also maintain the status quo in a sense. Husband is still maintaining the private school tuition for one of the children. He's maintaining the nanny for both of the children. But something interesting I did here with the spousal maintenance, I split it in half. It's not fair for husband to be 100% responsible for all of his wife's living expenses. Therefore, since she'll be looking for a job sometime in the future, it was only fair that they split the cost of a potential future mortgage right down the middle.
They don't talk about the down payment on that house, huh? Who do you think's gonna have to come up with that? This is the family court system. Where are the feminists? Where are the feminists saying, like, you don't need his money. You can make your own money. You're a strong, independent woman. Where's the Whitney Houston, I'm every woman? Well, I thought I'm every woman. Not in divorce and family court. Not how these laws are written. And you sure as hell don't hear anybody talking about changing family court and divorce law. It's out of control. And it's the entitlement. That guy took it well. He just sat there stone-faced. And understand, this, in his case, this is preliminary. This is the first step of a divorce. That guy's going to get a really good divorce attorney and probably rake her through the coals. He may actually be able to, in divorce court, get custody of that child. Who knows? Those children. Who knows? Because at the end of the day, if they do an investigation, she doesn't seem involved. She's involved with herself. She wants the nanny so she could go out and do what she wants to do. What do you think she's going to do? You think she's going to become a better mother once she's divorced? No. There's no feminist in divorce or family court, ever. So, let me know what you think. Thank you for everybody watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like me to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Refuge from Narcissism. Take care.